Here's an update from the KSHB 41 Weather Center. All right, I've been gone a couple of weeks. It was moving time into K-State for my son, not in a dorm, and so it was a bit more complex this time. And outside over this morning, we had more thunderstorms. I returned, and it's a stormy weather pattern. The first of countless rounds of thunderstorms here over the next few days occurred this morning, and some areas got it, some didn't. This was the smallest probably of the rounds, and you can see this morning's sky view there, a variety of views there with a variety of clouds. Rain shafts there looking west from the Power and Light sky view downtown, Power and Light sky view downtown looking west of I-35 near KCK. Also in Lawrence as well, there were some rain shafts as well. Got all kinds of clouds out there. Altocumulus, altostratus, cirrus, they're all out there. Don't see any low clouds though. And we have a flood watch in effect for tonight through Monday morning from Emporia, Kansas to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is not a small flood watch, and there are flash flood warnings northwest of Omaha. There are a lot of thunderstorms as well. This is going to be the main threat with all of our thunderstorms, but there's also a level 1 of 5 risk of severe weather in our area, level 2 of 5 up in northern Missouri and Iowa. Damaging wind is the main threat, a little bit higher up in Iowa and far northern Missouri. How about on Sunday? It's a level 1 of 5 risk again because of the damaging wind threat, along with the flash flooding threat. Flash flooding kills more people per year than tornadoes and lightning combined. Turn around, don't drown. 6 inches of flowing water can float an SUV, so just keep that in mind. What is going on? Well, we have a heat dome in the southern United States and a storm system tracking across the northern United States, and right near that point where they meet, that's where all the big thunderstorms are, and the first clusters of thunderstorms with this setup started this morning, and you can see huge there over Omaha, trailing down into Kansas. We are going to see numerous thunderstorms over the next several days, and in July, we would get a heavy round and then a couple days off, then another heavy round and a couple days off. This could be 2 or 3 straight days of those heavy rounds. And the reason why, this is the flow for Monday. There's an upper level low there in Nebraska into Kansas. There's a front that is stalled, and you can see the flow aloft in that white line is parallel to the front. And countless disturbances as well, and copious amounts of moisture all running along that front. So it means several rounds of thunderstorms training along the front, meaning one after another like a train, and flash flooding is the main problem. So let's go through our powercast here. So if you're headed out this evening to Sporting KC, we might actually get a break. By noon, here on our powercast, thunderstorms are retreating to northern Missouri. And look at 7 p.m., it's fairly quiet. Even at midnight, the thunderstorms are to our north. But after midnight, the ones that form to our north start to head south, and later tonight, tomorrow morning is our first chance for some more flash flooding situation, and then it may break a little tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow evening and night, here we go again, and these could be pretty significant, and Sunday night into Monday is probably Kansas City's biggest threat, but still tonight and tomorrow morning are a threat as well, because some of these rainfall rates, 2 to 3 inches an hour, could be a problem tonight, tomorrow night, so we'll just have to see how they all set up. And Monday, it continues, more scattered, but they're there, and then Monday night into Tuesday, it continues but begins to wind down. Now that system I showed you on the upper level flow, there are some models that keep that hanging around into Wednesday. If that's the case, we'll continue to have thunderstorm chances into Wednesday, maybe not as widespread, but more rain. So let's look at and then Tuesday, you can see they're still around the area. So rainfall forecast, this is how to look at it. We know the zone of the heavy rain from northwest Oklahoma all the way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Within that zone, there will be heavier amounts. So most locations will see 1 to 3 inches of rain. And some of that could cause flash flooding also, especially if it comes down in a short amount of time. Some locations will see 3 to 6. A few may see more than 6 inches of rain. You remember in July, Johnson County, there was one of those nights where it got 8 to 10 inches of rain, and Jackson County, especially eastern Jackson County, had a ½ inch. And so that's the kind of situation we'll see with these setups. So who will see the heaviest? It is impossible to tell until we see how the thunderstorms set up. The only thing we do know is the zone of the heaviest rain. It's just the question of within that zone, where is the most excessive? And so that's something we'll be tracking and keeping an eye on. But you can see most of the viewing area is in the zone of heavy thunderstorms. So if you've been using the sprinklers, put them away. We will not need them. So for today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, A break is possible during the afternoon and evening, so if you're headed out to Sporting KC, looks pretty good at this moment, but keep an eye to the sky. Then tonight, organized thunderstorms will form in northeast Kansas, northern Missouri, up into Iowa, and then they'll start to head south towards us and get into the I-70 corridor around midnight or shortly thereafter. Flash flooding, damaging winds is a threat. Tomorrow, periods of rain and thunderstorms continue in the morning and then again at night. Flash flooding, damaging wind is the main threat. On the Super 10-day forecast, that continues into Monday as well. Tuesday, we have a 20% chance, but if that upper-level system lingers, we may have to up the chances Tuesday and Wednesday, and then it's going to be another steam bath at the end of the week, and then more thunderstorm chances by the end of next week, because that front that's stalled, it doesn't really come through. It comes in and then backs up and gets hot again. So that's what we're dealing with. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, turn around, don't drown, and stay with KSHB 41, and we'll keep you advised.